Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to episode 75 of the greatest hip hop show in creation. Hip Hop Society presents the Roundtable Hip Hop discussion back after Turkey Day. Hopefully everybody's nice and fat. You feel me? Make sure you get your cardio in this week so you can balance that shit out, because life is all about the balance. But I'm joined by my esteemed co-host. The first, we got the one and only Obi, not to be confused with Trice. Obi Trice Kenobi. Okay, it's like John. What's it called? George H.W. Bush and George W. Bush. It's a difference. Obi, what's
That's
good
right.
with you, dog?
Yeah, I'm the younger one. I'm doing well. Glad to be back. Glad we're up and rolling for this week.
Definitely.
Ready to be talking.
Let's do it. Let's get our yap on him. Of course, we got the one and only Of the Culture Decides. Make sure y'all check it out. We got the one and only Lee. It's good to see you. What's going on, Lee?
Nothing much. Excited to be here. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of stuff to chop it up with. So, make sure y'all stay tuned. Don't catch feelings and, share your opinion. And, it's coming up on a year for me with the pod. So I got a recap coming down, planned for before the end of the year. So excited to get to that. So, stay tuned.
Oh, snaps. We got the year anniversary, man. We don't kick off the show with a yeah ho for that. I didn't even hear it. Is it? Is my yeah ho's playing? I guess not.
Nope.
Yeah,
ho.
Right.
There
we go. Yeah, technical difficulty.
Better than mine. But yeah, no, hey, I'm also at about a year. That's funny. Me and Lisa are about the same time. And
stop. Look at you.
Or I think we followed each other when we each had like 30 followers or something, and we was like, oh, word, let's just keep building.
Oh, you were doing better than me. I remember I was like, oh man, this podcast is good. This person's cruising. Like,
I literally just started. I was just like, listen, I'm focusing on this engagement. We gonna chop it up with people, like, you know what I'm saying? We gonna get there. We gonna get there. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Yeah. Shout out to the outcome, right? That's the one that brought us together.
The
album.
And now we here together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Reminiscing. Back down memory lane. Face ass. All right, let's get to the first topic we got at hand. The one and only 50 Cent just recently hooked up with Netflix to release the Diddy documentary. And he immediately gets called out. Some people praise the documentary as, it's kind of some heinous allegations brought against Diddy. So they love to kick that brother right down. Other people say that that's not cool, right? We heard everything from rat snitch to black man against black man, right? So everybody's kind of playing their narrative. Everybody's kind of drawing lines and sides depending on how you feel about Diddy appears to be. But I got one tweet pulled up, Mogul, and you know it. 50 Cent's day is coming. I hope he has that same sense of humor, quote unquote, when he's in the hot seat. So it looks like he is not feeling the move that Diddy made as far as, and shout Steph down there. I believe 50 Cent is smart, strategic enough not to put himself in a position for any kind of major reckoning. He's also built a villain personal brand, so he's kind of protecting himself from all things. That's an interesting take on that. But have y'all seen the documentary yet? And what do y'all think about him doing that? Is that within the brand of 50 being the ultimate troll that he seems to be, or is that kind of snitchy, little ratatouille? What do y'all think?
It's on brand for him. It's definitely no surprises there. I think from the jump, he was the first one to be like, oh yeah, he going to jail. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not surprised that and that's just him. He waits for any opportunity to, like, be like, aha, my ops is down, then that's what it is. So honestly, I think, as far as the snitching part, I saw that he said that he felt like he had to do this for hip hop, so people don't feel like people think hip hop is okay with that. So I'm like, I do agree with that narrative. Like, hey, okay, if that's your reasoning, but I don't agree with him saying that he didn't do this for a personal agenda. I think two things can be true. You did that to get back, and you also maybe, I feel like it's like 80% get back, 20% for the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Agreed. Yeah. What about you, Obi? What do you think? Have you seen the documentary as well?
I have not. I actually was thinking about watching it tonight after the podcast. I was kind of late on even realizing it was out. I knew it was coming. I didn't realize it was out. But then, yeah, I mean, if this was coming from almost anybody else out of the blue, I would be like, oh, this seems random. Like you're just trying to pick on a guy that probably kind of deserves it. Let's be honest, right? But I would say like you're just trying to steal the moment. But 50 Cent, this is from 50, who's been an avid Diddy hater for a minute. So this is nothing new or surprising. And yeah, I mean, I love to see 50 Cent do 50 Cent things.
Do not offer to take 50 Cent shopping, okay? Do not do it because he will hold a grudge for the rest of your existence. Yeah, I agree with both of your takes on that. I believe this is the wrong thing. I believe that what he did is pretty on brand for him, right? I don't think that we would expect anything less of 50, right? He's 50 years old at this point, right? Do we think he's gonna have some kind of awakening where he's like, I'm not gonna shit on my enemies no more. I want to make peace with everybody. I don't think that's ever coming. And like they said in the post, like he's built a brand on that, right? Like, do we see him ever being any kind of other way? I don't even think I would respect that. You feel me? And pull this up real quick. Got the Joe Budden, but I feel like we're gonna have to pay these dudes royalties one fucking day. I ain't gonna pull them up. All right, let's play a little bit of this, though. I think it was a good perspective on this.
Came up during the press run. I was watching Good Morning America, for example. Robert Roberts interviewed the director and 50 Cent and other people. 50 Cent, to your point, Joe, is one of many people who are part of this series, but he's been the face of it, and obviously he's been using it to promote the documentary, but also to troll a little bit on social media. Actually, a lot bit for a long time.
That's 50 does.
And some people are like, oh, you got him, you the petty king. Other people have been like, this is not okay. For example, Ja Rule, another one of his enemies, tweeted today, this is rat shit. You're a rat. There are a lot of people who echoed that. In terms of the code, is it, if one of your colleagues does something like this, one of your peers does something like whatever Puff is involved in and been convicted of, is there any violation from 50's side to make a documentary about it? Is he doing anything wrong?
50 plays by a different set of rules when it comes to that shit, though. Like, you my enemy, it's up for you forever. I want to do whatever I can to see you down. And there's some people that roll with that. I don't think it's rat shit because he wasn't involved in it with him. And I think rat, with so much ratting, it's the definition of what ratting is.
But I don't even mean just the rat thing, because we always debate. I mean, kind of like, is it just violating is there anything fucked up about it?
If you're Puff, yeah. I mean, if you did that shit,
it depends on what side you stand on.
Yeah.
It depends on what side you stand on.
Yeah.
Like if you pardon me, Joe. If you my enemy for a long time, I'm gonna do whatever. If because we can say, I don't think Puff did anything that detrimental to make you do that. Some people can say that. In his mind, it's like, if you my enemy for a long time, nigga, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to keep you down, or whatever it takes to kick your back in. And if you on the other side, you be like, yo, nigga, what are you doing? Like, I wouldn't do this to you. What are you doing? That's not part of the game. That's not part of the code. You're participating or hopping on a bandwagon to keep another man down, a black man, whatever. It's just depend on what side of the coin you stand on.
So I think it was an interesting thing in there. Like, you talk about a code. Is there any kind of code? Is this still this unwritten? And we've heard this spoke about on different subjects. Is still this unwritten code in hip hop? Like, don't talk to any kind of law enforcement. Don't deal with any police. Don't do anything that may bring attention to any alleged quote unquote crimes. Does this code still exist, y'all think, in the realm of hip hop?
I mean, I wish it existed a little bit more. I think it still does, but it's also like, are we considering this talking to law enforcement? I mean, it even waited until like after the trial and after a bunch of stuff, right? So I think it's kind of different than what some people are trying to make it seem.
Yeah. I feel like there's certain things that you have to speak on, like, and shine light on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get people are like, oh, snitching, but I'm like, that's related to like y'all gang violence and stuff like that, I feel like. But if it comes to like, the heinous things that Diddy apparently, did according to what he was, going to trial for, then hey, yeah, shine light on that. And he didn't necessarily go and put a wire on him and say, hey, I'm giving y'all the scoop. He's reporting on, according to one of the comments, it was like he stuck to facts and public knowledge. Shout out Simone. So you know what I'm saying? Like
50 team could spoke on like Andre Harrell death, Kim Porter's death, Heavy D's
Right.
death. Yeah, so he stuck to facts. He didn't. I guess so. He didn't get too conspiratorial in it. So
yeah, I mean, you know him. He would. That's why he said in that interview, like, "Hey, you know, if basically if you read in between the lines, I didn't have the full direction on this. This was Stapleton's idea. I think that's his name. We know if it was 50, it would have been a different type of way. I mean, look how Power is. You know what I'm saying? It would have been like a whole production completely different than what people are seeing. So it seems as though it's just kind of like repainting what, like, you know, Simone said, is public knowledge to, you know, everyone else.
Yeah, I agree. Even going back to kind of the rat allegations for 50, stems from basically him making that Ghetto Quran song where he's talking about, you know, the alleged crime of these kingpins in New York and in D-boys and stuff like that, Pauls. Like, but he was on that song, like the dude who was one of those chief like investigators or cops that's in that area. He's like, man, everybody knew all this shit already. Like the streets talk. Right. He's like, people knew all these things already. This was public knowledge. Every cop knows everybody that's active in these areas that do certain crimes. The only question is if they have the evidence to come get you, the timing, the prosecution, the DA, if they want to, you know what I mean? Timing and stuff like that. It's not like they hear a song. Oh, 50 Cent dropped a song. We need to go arrest Drop Rico. Right. That it doesn't work like that. You feel me? So I think the rat allegations is like stupid, you know what I'm saying? Like I think 50 can be criticized for a lot of things, but at this point, being 50 years old, been in the game about 24 years, right. Like if he had that paperwork indicating that he really was pointing fingers at people and making backroom deals, that shit would have been all the enemies he got. Man, look here, it been an album cover with that shit, like his paperwork. Yeah. You know, so.
Yeah, people just don't like that 50. He's just like a crash out. I mean,
Man,
let's be honest.
I was literally about to say,
it's like he's not ratting on anybody. He's just like, oh, my enemies are down. I'm gonna shit all over them. Let's be honest.
Right.
That's really what it is. Like, and he's got no, like, it doesn't matter at all. And it's been like that forever. So I don't blame him. And when it's time to go, sometimes it's just time to go.
Yeah.
And 50's got enemies that if it was the opposite, they would love to watch him burn.
It'd be a parade.
Look,
the documentaries made on the bro.
Yeah.
So
no, literally, like he literally got shot 9 times. So people clearly wanted to do him in. I mean, like, I think this is like you said, he be crashing out. He has had many other crash dummy moments, but this one specifically, I don't think it is. I think this was just one, no surprises there. Like he literally said he was going to do this months ago. I think maybe a year ago. Plus, I'm like, why y'all acting surprised now? If y'all felt so strongly, you should have told him then. No, this is not a good idea according to what y'all think. And I'm like, man, y'all just leave him alone. You know he gonna troll you and tell you something about your wife and your girlfriend at this point. So let that man cook.
Be easier to let him keep crashing out and just wear himself out. Like you poke him.
Like a little toddler, you know what I'm saying?
That's like an energy boost. Like, don't do that.
He went, you want me to tell him what I know about you?
Yeah, seriously. I agree to that. Although, as you the article you pointed out, he said he had no personal motives in creating that documentary. I mean, 50 is in it, and they speak on that too. That Joe Budden clip. If you go into 7 minutes, I ain't playing all that shit, but they do speak on like he's in that TV realm, right? Like he does produce fucking film and shit like that. He's no longer. Last time he dropped like anything of significance as far as rap, it's been a minute, right?
Right.
He's pretty much officially, like unofficially retired at this point. So that's what he does. He makes fucking TV. He makes film. He does. You know what I mean? So I don't even think he hit on a tenth of the actual shit he probably could talk about with his time in the industry. You feel me? So.
This might be like his segue into getting into more of those serious type of films, like, documentary styles and other things of that nature, because I'm sure he probably goes through other things within that side of the media world. You know what I'm saying? Making films and stuff. Like, it's like, oh no, you're the guy that does Power, but he's probably trying to show like, no, I can help with things that, you know, have this context. And, you know, he's an opportunist. So this was the perfect opportunity. Like, one is somebody I hate. Two is going to make me more money. And three, hell, it's going to help me open up another lane.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they just opened up that G Unit building in Shreveport.
Oh, yeah, whole studio.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. Not to mention those last seasons like BMF and fucking Power were trash. So I would like to get out of this and do some documentary shit. So I'm definitely gonna check it out. And I agree with everything that was said, man. This is pretty much on brand from 50. Ja Rule might want to be quiet because he might get a documentary next.
Yeah. How many more times you want them to talk about that festival, man? You better stop.
Jeffrey Atkins.
Like, ain't never hurt nobody. Them skits was classic too, man.
Those are so funny.
Any last thoughts on that joint? All right, let's keep it moving, yo. We got the God Stove. As we know, he's been making a lot of noise, man. I've been hearing a lot of stuff, everything from the Bad Contract to also like this dude is super dope, right? So he recently released this Goat Stamp single, which was premiered by Funk Flex. I think I can play a song. I'm gonna play a little bit of it. Hopefully we don't get clipped. I don't think we will, but we'll find out in a minute. And y'all let me know what y'all thoughts, because it sounds like he's kind of taking a more mainstream sound to it, and a lot of people are criticizing that. So let's just take it up.
Powder on the Louis, been stepping on coke. These sucker niggas hang themselves if you give enough rope. Got Chanel life jackets by the stove and kiss it, don't float. Next time they stand my brick, make sure it's a goat. Make sure it's a goat. Smell it.
I ain't gonna play too much of that, man. Y'all can hear it there though. Sounds very Kendrick, Baby Keemish to me. A far stray from his usual, I think, stuff. Now, I'm not the biggest Stove God Cooks fan. I heard some things, but to me, it was more like in almost a Griselda type of vein. You know what I'm saying? This definitely is very different. So, what do y'all think about Goat Stamp? If y'all heard it before, and what do y'all think in general? Is y'all think he's trying to get the mainstream game? Will that backfire? What do y'all think artists in general that kind of try to do that? Maybe switch up their sounds. Should they be criticized for trying new sounds or trying too hard to go mainstream? What do y'all think?
It definitely is like, it's a challenge to, you know, do something different, at least to receive like people's reaction to it. When I did hear it, because I did listen to it before this, I was kind of like, oh, this is different. I feel like I'm gonna have to play it again, and I do feel like it's giving West Coast type. You know what I'm saying? I got that Baby Keem Kendrick, like you said. Like, I'm like, hold on, who is this? And I'm like, oh, this Stove God. Like, what's going on? So, you know, but I appreciate him trying to put in some versatility. I'm not sure about it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he does try to sprinkle that in, like him even working, you know, with clips and shit, and like giving that vibe. I'm like, okay, this is, you know, he trying to elevate, but I don't know. I'm not surprised it was premiered by Funk though. He liked that type of shit. With his new time slot that he robbed from his boy, but you know, I won't go into
that. What do you think, Obi?
Yeah, you know, this is a song that I've heard it since the day it dropped, right? So I've been hearing it a couple of times. It's kind of been growing on me. I know some people are not gonna like to hear that. They really don't like this song and they're mad about it, and that's okay. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of grown on me, and I guess to me, I'm thinking like whether this is like a Stove direction or a Baby Grande direction. If this is kind of the most commercial sound we're gonna get from Stove, like I'm okay with that, to be honest with you. Like, I think that it's not the worst song I've ever heard by far. And as far as like having a song that's aiming for mainstream type of appeal or something, if that's what this is trying to do, then I think it's not that bad. I think a big part of the problem, and I said this the day that it got announced, is like it was announced and super hyped up, and people thought it was going to be an album released that day initially,
Right.
and then it got switched to a single was getting released. And so like all this hype built up and people were super excited and blah, blah, blah. And it's like Stove's released other singles and some are better than others. And this one might be on the lesser end, but like, I think if he had just dropped a single with no hype, people wouldn't really have cared as much, or like they might just mention it and let it go. Whereas it's like getting actual backlash now, which is kind of funny and interesting.
I got like a segue question for both of y'all. Do you feel like he would have benefited from like dropping this as a freestyle with Funk versus not, like just maybe going on the radio, any radio station doing this as a freestyle versus having it be, and when I say freestyle, there's air quotes, versus having it be like this is a single, like really like, it's there and it's up and it's stuck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like trying to make money off of it type shit, should it have just been like, hey.
I think if it was like a filler in the album, that might have been a better for him.
Right.
Just because the thing is, and we're seeing Designer go through this right now, right? When your hit single is kind of like a different vein than your other shit, you kind of get pigeonholed sometimes, right? Now people are expecting all those casuals, all those people to listen to you because of that sound that they like, right?
Right.
And then they hear your other shit and be like, nah, we don't want that shit. We want some more of that shit you made, right? So you kind of got to be careful with that, particularly if you're kicking it off as like your single, because now you may attract a bunch of people who hear your other shit, which sounds like maybe your traditional shit, and be like, what the fuck is this, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? And you don't want to end up on some Designer shit, because Designer trying to drop bars and everybody's like, nah, get that fuck out of here with that shit. Yeah, it's the panda nigga, right? You don't want to be the panda nigga. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful. Let's see here, and let me pull up this other tweet too. I think that kind of segues into this. Or I'm not even sure if this was actually about that, but I think it kind of fits the bill of what we talking about here. Where Lone Star, or whatever the fuck his name is, gonna say right now, New York will never get back to where they want to be until the stuck in the 90s boom bap niggas understand that their favorite artists have to step outside of that sound to blow up.
Yo, what was that shade for, bro? That would sound like it was directed towards the Griselda bros.
It's a flex bomb. I wish I had a flex bomb on the soundboard. But what do you think? I mean, we got a resident New Yorker right here. So what do you think about the statement here? And especially with the last year, we've had this regional sound resurgence, right? So what do y'all think about this statement right here? Do you necessarily have to play to a mainstream sound? And can New York get back? Is that boom bap shit like slowing New York down? Or,
I mean, I don't agree with that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Like, we literally just had a wave of Griselda, right? So like, was that not a wave that blew up from like an original New York boom bap type of sound? Right. And can we not let them breathe for 2 seconds and then it can come back to them in a minute? Or like, it's like, damn. And when they do with Stove God, sorry, I didn't mean to, it's then people are mad. So it's like, what are you gonna do? Stove is a Griselda guy, and he's every time Griselda guys take a step out of bounds or like with their sound, like West Side Gun or anybody into like trap or something different like this, people hate it and they're mad. So I don't know, man. I think people got chill the hell out.
Boom, 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 boom.
They just never gonna be satisfied, because I feel like one moment it's like, oh, it's too much drill. Like, we don't always want to hear that drill shit. And then it's like, nah, boom bap is not in. Y'all niggas gotta go. And like, listen, on that, I was looking for the song that I reviewed on El Camino's Project Mino. He has that song with Benny. It's Nia or NIA. And I feel like they was kind of giving that kind of like trying to step out of boom bap a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I feel like it's a challenge because people want to box you in. Your fans want to hear you sound the way they're used to sometimes. And, new people are like, their attention spans is just limited. So I do feel as though you gotta experiment sometimes, because what if what you've been doing the whole time is the reason why you're not as mainstream as maybe you would like to be? Like, there's some artists that do want to be, make it out of the underground. There's some dudes that's like, listen, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want, and you're gonna listen to it. This is what I felt like when I went in the studio, and that's why you got this drill instead of that boom bap. But you can't please them all.
Yeah, facts.
I'm not mad at it though. I'm happy, he got to go off of like the momentum from clips from FICO. Like, I feel like, keep it going, keep dropping shit, and like put your face out there as much as you can. Like, that was a moment for him to rise above everybody else he's been rapping with. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's still my number one song on the album.
Right. Do you think Boom Bap, can we get a Boom Bap hit in 2025, 2026? Is that still a sound that you think can achieve mainstream success if you get the right person? That's going to be niche going forward. What do you think?
I think so. For a short answer, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think so. I think you get the right combination of people. I think you need some young people to be on that boom bap shit. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a new One Train going or something.
Oh my god, that song still hits. But no, definitely, I do think, maybe it's time to like figure out a way, how can we merge these sounds? You know what I'm saying? And elevate it. Like, tell your producers, your engineers, stop being lazy. Add in some beat switches and some transitions that blend those two sounds together, and like, let's elevate it. That's the thing too. You got to be willing to like elevate your sounds. Okay, these are your strong suits, let's put them together. Some trap boom bap, I don't know, like
trap boom bap,
drill boom bap stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let's get some Ice Spice on a Havoc beat.
Oh God.
Okay.
See what they can do.
They might
All
say
right
that's
now.
too far.
Sorry.
All right now. Calm
Okay.
down there, buddy.
My bad.
You getting carried away.
A bridge too far there, guy.
All right.
Yeah,
No. Pretty much, yeah. Like, maybe the young kids will pay attention if you put Ice Spice on the Havoc beat. I don't know.
Oh,
Hold on.
y'all keep saying that, bro?
This is what y'all picking up over there. Them cats, them OGs.
Oh my God, that would be the worst shit you ever heard. Ice Spice.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what? Though, maybe she'll surprise us. Maybe you will be like, "Fuck." Depends on who writes the shit, I guess. If she
the new designer.
Any last thoughts on Stove? Do we think I guess the final thing do we think Stove has a mainstream appeal? How old is the Stove guy anyway?
But he's older. I think he's like 36 or maybe even above, but I don't want to overrate.
I was gonna be nice and say not that old in his 30s.
Stove guy cooks. Let's see how old he is. But do y'all think
apparently he's 30? I don't know if this. I try to search it up. I don't know.
34 as of December 2025. This is correct. Who knows?
Okay, yeah.
Right. But yeah, no, I think he does. This is, some people are gonna hate me saying this, but it's like, when I first heard Stove God, it was like, oh, this is what I wished Drake was, if that makes sense. Like with the singing and the rapping, but it's more like street and it's believable and just
it's believable because it's real. You know
what I'm saying? So like, I kind of think if he catches the right, one, then I think he's got that ability to pop off, but maybe not like to a Drake level, but I think he could like bubble out of them into the mainstream.
Yeah, I do like when he does his singing shit. I'm like, okay, you ain't overdo it. I'm mad. I'm not mad at it, like, because I'm not too crazy over it. Sometimes, like, some rappers be like dragging it. I'm like, all right, bro, don't ever do that again.
No, for sure. No, I agree.
No, boy, I'm looking at you, dog. that fucking shit you drop. But yeah. Sometimes you gotta have that right balance. I do think that I say mainstream success to me is almost manufactured these days to me. sometimes it'll be a song you don't even like, and they'll just play it 50 million fucking times if you like got serious, or if you got like your fucking you got your shuffle on a radio station. So you'll see a song like 10 million fucking times, and then next thing you know, you singing this shit, right? You humming this shit or whatever, right? So to me, in this age, I still think that it's a bit of manufacturing when it comes to like hits. I'm not sure how many organic hits that we got these days, or you still catch a song here once in a while to go viral. I do think that Stove could have a pretty good, successful career. I think, definitely releasing some albums. I would say at least on the level, maybe not a Kendrick, but at least kind of like on the level of those mid-tier guys. I say at least is on the level of the highest people in, Griselda. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? At least on Benny the Butcher. Maybe even surpass a Benny at some point. You know what I'm saying? He that nice with it. So we'll see.
Listen, if he wants to claim he's like this leader, you know what I'm saying? Leader got to be willing to let your other people shine. So I do hope the people that are working hard under him surpass him. You know what I'm saying? And that's no shade at him. It's just like, not that you getting washed, but kind of like take a little sidestep and keep doing you and let them elevate the brand. You know what I'm saying? Let them reel in the young people. I hope he don't see this one and be like, damn, after I sent you the scoop, you're going to talk to me.
It was me. It was on. I said it. I insinuated it, Benny. You feel me? Take it easy on me.
Well, let's make sure Stove gets out of this Baby Grande contract before we start really projecting too crazy. Because I feel like,
I forgot about that one. He's like, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Throw a GoFundMe, buy you out there. We'll get you out that contract, Stove. You feel me?
Right.
But that's all I got. Let's move on. We got legendary Fugees, man. Pras just got 14 years in the Fed. Oh my goodness. 14 years in the Fed. I'll read a little bit of this. Pras Michel, how the fuck you pronounce that? Sentenced to 14 years in prison to the downfall of an artist caught in a vast political and financial scandal. The American justice system has ruled rapper Pras. They found a member of the legendary group Fugees was sentenced on Thursday, November 20th. They got him before Thanksgiving, too. That's dirty. 14 years in prison for illegally funneling foreign funds to former President Barack Obama's 2012 re-election campaign. A harsh sentence described by the defense as totally disproportionate, which marks a turning point in one of the most high-profile political and financial scandals of recent years. Convicted in April 2023, the 53-year-old Haitian-American artist was implicated in a vast operation orchestrated by Malaysian financier Low Tech Yo, a central figure in the 1MD sovereign wealth fund scandal. Between 2012 and 2017, Pras allegedly received more than 120 M's from the fugitive businessman. This is just called politics in America. It just goes on to say how he was, moving funds back and forth. He was guilty of conspiracy, forgery, use of forged documents, acted as a clandestine agent of a foreign government. In 2017, he allegedly lobbied the first Trump administration on behalf of China to secure the extradition to Beijing of China's businessman Guo Wengao, accused of defrauding thousands of investors. So yeah, it sounds like he's basically getting punished for picking the wrong side of a presidential election. If this is what I'm reading, because I know plenty of people who do worse than this. Well, I don't know them personally, but I've heard plenty of people who do similar things as far as moving campaign funds and doing promises for people. I don't know how the fuck Pras got involved in this shit, right? What are you doing, brother? Make a Fuji out. Why are you? Is there not a scam, a regular scam? Is there not some credit cards to crack? Something, but
lower key scams. You got to be
it's not enough. It's
a multi-level marketing or something. You went all in, but
politics, like, come on.
But what do y'all think of the sentence and in general? Like, what do y'all think of the future of Pras? Will he ever? I don't think we're getting a Fuji album no more. What do y'all think about this whole situation?
I mean, that's bad. I don't know I'm not gonna lie, I don't know the legal system like that. And but none of that sounds good, and I hope he's I'm thinking about you, man. I don't know.
Man. Put some money on your books.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Send me your Cash App or whatever.
I don't think they got Cash App in jail, bro.
He needs that JPay. That JPay.
Yeah, bro. Like the Fed, people don't realize, man. Fed time, they want you to do 85%. 85%. I got my handy dandy calculator. 11, almost 12 years. 11.9. So, and you're already 53 years old. So you know what I'm saying? That's almost like a life sentence. You feel me? Particularly
70 years old or so.
Yeah. Does that do any stain to the Fuji legacy, y'all think, at all? Or is this just like some bullshit? What do y'all think?
I don't know.
I think it's just some bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know if the Fuji fans really gonna care, if it's just gonna be like, oh well, damn, why he did that? But they might just throw on a throwback hit real quick, you know what I'm saying? But I do think it's just like, bro, now you know your background is a rapper, so they already looking at you like, what you doing over here in these waters? So you should have been moving a lot more careful than what you was doing. You know what I'm saying? Man. Or he better hope one of them. Well, the only one that can pardon him is currently in office. He seemed to have donated, so he better hope.
Drop a bag off, brother. Hopefully you put some of that to the side and you drop a bag off, because otherwise it's gonna be harsh, brother. But
it's clip for him. They're gonna be like, I don't know what he did. I don't know. I don't want to be a part of it. Yeah, man. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna stay on this topic too much, man. I just was like to say, like, man, make sure that that you kind of stay on your P's and Q's, man. Like, if you're in the music realm, you're in that realm, bro. If you want to play politics, man, be careful with that game, because that's a rough game out there. You know, you are literally picking between two people, and out of them two people you pick, you may suffer some consequences behind that, because these politics these days is dirty. You feel me? Dirty. So hold your head up, Pras. We won't be looking for that Fuji reunion no time soon. So sucks. With that being said, I think we're gonna go into the crash dummy. So let me play this shit.
Hey, Dad.
Crash dummy of the week we got this week. Future's brother, FBG Casino, was one of two arrested by the feds. A task force seized 21 kilos of the fent and $380,000 from the residents. And it was a news article. I'll play a little bit of this.
Now in custody after a suspected fentanyl distribution operation was uncovered in Forest Park. Investigators say the operation was run out of an Airbnb that a federal task
and whoever put that AI picture is bogus as hell. They petty.
Force raided late last week. Agents showed reporters what they say is 21 kilos of fentanyl recovered from inside the rental home. They also displayed $380,000 in cash they say was seized, along with another $3,000 found on a man who tried to run. Officials say the arrests are part of a larger federal push to track down the sources behind the region's drug pipeline.
These drugs like fentanyl, heroin, cocaine, they poison our community, but they have second-order effects and spillover effects like addiction, like overdose, like violent crime in our community.
The suspects are Rico DeVille Bryce and David Esteban Montillo Diaz. Both are expected to go before a federal grand jury for formal charges.
There you have it. Casino got busted with the plug, it sounds like, with that name. He was with the plug. So somebody definitely told him. But anyway, my point being, right, people get caught up on things. People, street people doing street things, blase. But man, your brother, last I checked, your brother's net worth is an estimated $60 million. You are Future's real life brother. You can't ask to borrow $1 million to get a fucking storefront somewhere, dog. It's not a t-shirt business you can be running. You got caught with the fent, dog. The fent, kilos, big K's in this administration. Man, look here, brother. It is 50 million other things you could have been doing. You picked the wrong one. And then to top it off, they said you tried to run. If you're going to get in this business, brother, that tracksuit looks awfully loose fitting there, brother. You wasn't out running no DEA. You was not out running no troopers. You feel me? It was over with. You feel me? So you got to get the crash dummy this week, Casino Man, because you can't have a multi-million-dollar platinum selling top 10 artist brother and you in there with Luis Miguel Angel Rivera with the fit, dog. That's not cool. So unfortunately, you got to get the big old car crash. And Casino, unfortunately, is the crash dummy of the week. And if you got somebody to tell on, brother, you better start to telling because you're going to need that shit. Otherwise, you might not come home until Trump Jr. Barron is in the fucking office or some shit. So make sure you do what you got to do, boy. And that's all I got. What we got? Oh, we're going to listen to some music. So let's go into our DOD. I knew I need to put a damn subject in between. You can't go from like fucking crash dummy to like listening to good music. It kind of fucks up the fucking vibe. But let's get into it. We're going to go into our DOD. And this week we have an artist from, of all places, Indiana. I've never seen too many people come from fucking Indiana. Anderson, Indiana, a place I've never heard of. We got Little Mike. And pull up this song here.
There's some talent in Indiana.
Michael Jackson was the last talented person to come. No, Freddie Gibbs.
Gibbs. I had one of my rising stars come from Indiana, 4200 Corey.
Georgiana, what the fuck her name is? She from Indiana, dog.
Is that right? Ugh. Okay. Well, then forget I said anything.
Shout out to the Magnum rap on the buy. That's creative, brother. I like that. But Euphoria Sins by Little Mike. Make sure y'all mute your mics and we'll play this.
You ain't gotta act so hard. Act so. You ain't gotta act so hard. Act so. You ain't gotta act so hard. I wonder if I can approach you and overdose you with this hit I wrote you. I see it's coming close to unfamiliar territory, euphoria I'm stuck in. With the language that is foreign, you don't need to try with me to compliment. First visit we acted on our luck, wasn't enough for either of us. Where we left off, I'm picking it up. You ain't gotta act so hard. Please just take it easy on me. Please just take it easy on me. Please just take it easy on me. You ain't gotta act so hard. Please just take it easy on me. Please just take it easy on me. Please just take it easy on me. You ain't gotta act so hard.
Please just take it easy on me. Please just take it easy on me. Please just take it easy on me.
You ain't gotta act so hard.
Please just take it easy on me. Please just take it easy.
Let's color a picture. I know your feels ain't in the picture. That's what you said, even now I'm laying with you. Your mention is for my intentions to go deeper. You should keep it, nigga, when it comes to this. I'm hooked to your hip, I'm baited and yes. Fantasizing your hips, open, ready for a grip. Let you ride, crash course it is. Ambition don't stop, and hope speculate. It's sex drive calling, well let me spectate. Your ex nigga patient, but I ain't trying to wait. My tongue on your spine, now let me get your taste. Or maybe this liquor can get us into space. With sex in the air, we ready for the chase. You got me at gunpoint, trying to find the words when we wait. Don't consider this a blur. You ain't gotta act so hard. Please just take it easy on me. Please just take it easy on me. Please just take it easy on me. You ain't gotta act so hard. Please just take it easy on me. Please just take it easy on me. Please just take it easy on me. You ain't gotta act so hard. Please just take it easy on me. Please just take it easy on me. Please just take it easy on me. You ain't gotta act so hard. Please just take it easy on me. Please just take it easy on me. You you ain't gotta act so hard.
Dude, we can't hear you.
My bad. Technical difficulties. There we have it. Euphoria Sins by Little Mike from that big old city known as Anderson, Indiana. So let me pull up. We're going rating time, right? I put myself first. I don't know why I did that shit. But anyway, what can I say about this song? The hook was terrible. I hated the hook. I believe if you got somebody actually come in there and sing the hook, it would have been a lot better. If you got an actual singer, like you can re-release shit. I think if you get a singer to come in and sing the hook, he'd be all right. Once he started rhyming, it was a little bit better. I'm not a big fan of like the Drake-ish type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not my particular type of bag as far as a song. So I may be a little bit biased on that. I mean, the production wasn't terrible, but like I said, the hook just kind of threw me off so much. You know what I'm saying? It's like every time he did that hook, I was like, fuck, man, somebody sing this shit, man. Get a singer in there. So unfortunately for this particular track, I'm gonna say thumbs down. However, I will say as an artist, I can tell that there's some talent in there. You know what I'm saying? Like the rhymes itself wasn't bad. His rhyme schemes wasn't terrible. His flow was on point. There wasn't no awkward stumbles, anything like that. So this particular song, I'm gonna go thumbs down. But however, I will say keep at it. Maybe I'll check out some more of your music. So yeah, that's what I got, man. Oh, I went down. I put it up. And who's next? Obi, what you got, man?
All right, I'm up. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much along the same sentiments as you. I'm not gonna use the exact same words. We'll switch it up a little bit, but yeah, I think that hook wasn't quite for me. I don't think Lil Mike singing is for me particularly.
You don't gotta
And
you ain't like that? You weren't feeling that?
No, I wasn't feeling that part. The little part afterwards, I thought was a step up from that part. As far as if I'm splitting the hook into two pieces there. And then the rapping I was okay on. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was okay. I didn't love it. And I also didn't hate it. Like you, it's just like that whole vibe, right? Of kind of like the dance hall Drake. What was going on, it needs to be perfect for me to be into it, kind of a thing, right? Like it's not, I don't have any room for anything less than like amazing. Otherwise, I'm probably not going to be into it. So for me, it's a thumbs down. And but like you said, I could see some talent in there, and I could see some stuff that's just not maybe my lane, but that maybe someone else would like. So I would say, yeah, still, continue to do your thing, and maybe work on your singing or get a different singer and still do your rapping part or whatever. But I can see some elements in there. It just may not be for me, and it may never be for me, and that's okay. I have a weird taste of underground, dark stuff that ain't like this. So that's all right. Thumbs down.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Lee, are you gonna salvage my man's score with a thumbs up? What are you doing? What are you doing down there?
When I heard the beat, y'all don't know me. I love me some dancehall, right?
Right.
I got that Caribbean West Indies background.
Right.
And I was like, where's this gonna go? Because it's supposed to be hip hop, yeah. So I ain't gonna lie, I agree with the points made about like the singing is not for me. I know Obi said work on it, but I just don't think you should sing. I do think focus on like giving that vibey type of rap. You know what I'm saying? That I feel good. I see what the lane you're trying to be in, but the singing don't need to come from you. At least on this particular track. Maybe there's other songs that his singing shines, but it was not here. That's just me being honest. But I did appreciate that little dance hall vibe, and I was like, oh wait, I know where this is from. But Other than that, keep experimenting with, blending your sounds, but definitely find someone that can sing with you if you're going for that type of approach. Unfortunately, it's a thumbs down for me. But I am checking out the page because I feel like, there's potential there, just not with this one. And I didn't know how I felt about the cover art, but do your thing.
Right, the Magnum with the fucking.
I don't know about that.
Interesting. Those interesting things we got going on there. All right, so unfortunately for this particular track, it's gonna be 3 thumbs down, which is
bro. Get them niggas out of here.
The basura. Can y'all hear that?
It's basura, bro. Get them niggas out of here.
That's that classic locks.
Is this dude Page? Lil Mike.
I'm finna pull it up right now. Are you on Instagram or you're on?
Yeah, I'm looking on Instagram. I'm like, bro, why did you submit some? I see he did like a takeover bar. It's even more like I could.
Now, he got a good following too, 16,000 followers.
Yeah, like I'm like, he have other shit that.
That's what I say. We try not to. I need to have like 2 different type of like maybe things. Maybe we'll talk about discussing it. Where it's like, all right, artist versus song. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll do it like that. Maybe that's too convoluted. I don't know. But he got other shit. That's why I say if you hear someone here, maybe that doesn't resonate with you, but make sure I go check the shit out. You know what I'm saying? Give people a fair shake. I don't think you can just judge somebody off maybe one song. You need at least a couple. And like I said, you can hear the potential in there. So make sure y'all check it out. Make sure y'all support Indiana, man. Otherwise, y'all gonna be left with Georgiana carrying the state after Freddie Gibbs retires. So make sure y'all check him out. You know what I'm saying? I think there is some other shit he has that's pretty dope. But I think we've had a couple artists on this shit who actually had like some decent shit. You feel me?
Right.
It just
I just checked out his track Gist. It wasn't bad. Like the beginning of it, I like that a little more than this song that we just listened to. So he do like D said, he definitely got some things that go through it to see if you like something else. I do see he's experimenting, but that one felt like for a fun track. You know what I'm saying? Like at least that's what I hope. But the other things that I see on here, I wasn't mad at. I think he's definitely like doing his thing, freestyling and just putting his presence out there. And I think that's the lane. Like I like the flow that he had on the takeover bars a little better than like this one in the middle with the citizen. I just like briefly went through that and I'm like, all right, I see the lanes that you're going in. I think the takeover bars, I feel like just keep working at that. And then this freestyle over here to the far right, that video Gist, I'm like, all right, that vibe, I feel like he could focus on elevating that. And like, not saying you can't come back to the dance hall type of sing rap vibe, but I do think have someone else do that and you focus on twisting up the vibe and giving that rap over.
Yeah, definitely. I think Obi having a little trouble with the internet, but
no problem.
Yeah, hopefully you can pop back in. I just want to check out what you talking about. This is the one you talking about?
Yeah, I'm like, this one and the first video is different.
Something is happening now. From the east to the west, y'all niggas up, let's shit. It's the Midwest. I just be with self. I don't give a fuck. I be by myself. And Lonnie Lynn asked what those 2 lines have in common. Be determined and grinding, and nigga be yourself. That hunger inside me alone. Shit can testify yourself. Swear my mama
somebody got a thumbs up
till it's really nothing else. Up and coming, okay. Game. Swear nigga,
I was just like, see, this is where he shines a little better. Like this flow's a little choppy, but it's not like.
Yeah, I fucks with that, yo. I fucks with that. That would have got the thumbs up, dog.
Right, and then the takeover bars, that wasn't bad either. So, I think while this was a thumbs down, it doesn't mean like you're like a horrible rapper or anything like that. I do think there's just like there's lanes that you do shine a little bit more in, and I feel like that was a better example of the lane that you shine in.
Yeah, definitely. But I ain't mad at trying different shit,
Right. No, never. I ain't mad at that. I appreciate that always. I always call that out whenever I do my reviews. I'm like, okay, you did try this. Is this the perfect mix of that specific sound? No. Should you try again? Yeah. hell, maybe the next one you after maybe the feedback, you'd be like, you know what, let me go try that, and then go from there.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. But we'll get into the discussion subjects. Hopefully, Obi can pop back in. I think he messaging me now. I'll check it in a minute. But the show must go on. You feel me? We can hold it down. But we got our first topic, AI. I feel like we talk about AI like a fucking lot. How prevalent is AI in today's music? Should more artists and producers be called out? Or is this a natural progression of things? And that's based off quite a few things. I'm going to pull up this first tweet we got. It's upsetting how much AI production has quietly ended up on mainstream hip hop projects recently. The artists themselves don't even know or care a lot of the time. I think, how was he referencing? Didn't some AI make its way on that, Mob Deep joint? I'm not sure.
Probably. And I know there's been that whole controversy with that R&B AI artist, and then Timbaland, feeding into it as well. Playboy Cardi earlier in the year admitted that he used AI on one of these tracks he was singing.
What's that the one that looks like a 12-year-old? What's his name from Chicago? Baby Chief Go Get It, or Chief something, Chief Do It, or something.
Yeah, Baby Chief Do, yeah. He was recently called, and then he was like, "Oh no, I didn't do it. I lied." It's like, nah, bro, you already said it.
I was just playing, y'all. I was just playing.
I saw your reaction.
Yeah, I was trolling.
It's crazy because, like, honestly, it has been sneaked into a lot of content, and the thing is, like, I don't know if anyone else listening is like a creator, but like when you go to post your thing on YouTube and stuff like that, it does ask you like, hey, is this content AI generated? Right? I feel like the same way, if us regular users have to check off yes or whatever the case is, I feel like that should be a requirement for also these artists as well, or anything. I want to know if it's AI generated. I'm tired of scrolling through the feed now, and it's like, is this AI? Now I'm like, nah, I'm gonna assume it is. You know what I'm saying? If I had that thought, I'm gonna assume. And now it's like in the music too. It's like I feel like there needs to be a limitation. I understand there's times where people want to use it to like help them quickly edit stuff, but there's just certain things that I'm like, I'm not really crazy over, or sometimes people use it for like voice effects. Like, hey, I want to sound like I'm speaking to me or my fans in a different perspective. I'm like, okay, but I don't know. I think there needs to be limitation. And if it's used, it needs to be like a disclaimer, like, hey, this content does have portions that are AI generated. I want to know.
Well, I did recently see, I think it was maybe Hot 97 or something like that. It's one of those major New York radio stations. You might know, but they said they was banned. It might have been iHeart. Said they
iHeart. Yeah, funny enough, that just came out yesterday that they were banning it, and that's funny you said. I had wrote it down as a topic for my pod, and I was like, yo, you know what's funny is
talking
that
about AI music. And before we get started, I'd like to say, don't send me
iHeart. Stop playing. Now they own like 800. They're the largest radio network in the United States. So them saying that, people were like, yo, thank you for taking a stand. I do feel as though they probably tested it. You know what I'm saying? They were a part of the radios playing the freaking AI song, and they saw that backlash. So they definitely was testing the waters and was like, actually, no, guys, let's take a stand.
Yeah, I've seen a couple things where I think it was like the first one when they had that little black, the black with the little dreads and shit, the little AI artist they tried to push the first time when it was super backlash, and he didn't look nothing like a human, right? They didn't even try. Now you seen Timbaland get somebody that looks way more human, right? He tried to go with the racially ambiguous artist, and that doesn't look like it's working, right? Getting a lot of backlash, and now it's like, okay, now they came with the R&B, and then they used, and it's sad because they're using the black woman to be the face this time.
Literally, bro. I'm like, yo, y'all are not low. Like, of course you hate DEI, but you want DEI it up and then some AI to help gain influence, right? You want our influence for everything. So hey, there you go.
Exactly. So I think they're trying it with different people. They're also trying it with different aesthetics, right?
Yeah.
See what works.
I'm like, y'all gonna do y'all country music?
Hell no, them country people don't play. They got Lil Nas out of here.
They said
They
no.
like we ain't playing this shit. Hell no.
Allen Iverson? Like, no.
Hell no, you ain't hunt your road your ass out of here, boy. All right, let's play this from Curtis King. I think this is interesting.
Hey, talking about AI music. And before we get started, I'd like to say, don't send me no motherfucking AI music. What we gonna do about them AI beats that are inevitably flooding platforms like BeatStars? Ain't nobody wanna buy that dish, and it's gonna be a pain when you trying to find a good beat, having to listen to plenty of AI crap first. My response to him is the same response that I would have to any creative in this time period, which is we need each other more so now than ever. This is the time creative human beings should be connecting with other creative human beings. Sitting around in fear of what AI is going to do is wasteful energy. Producers that want to win, and this is for artists and musicians as well, must step from behind their faceless logos and actually work and communicate with artists and human beings again. I don't know if you've heard some of this AI mush music, which, by the way, don't send me no motherfucking AI music. That shit trash. Those who are serious about their craft have absolutely nothing to worry about. But I understand that there's some of you out there who specialize in very mediocre versions, very low quality, prompt-like music-making experiences. I know why you're concerned. However, for those of us that have a true passion, it is of so much importance for you and I to connect with one another again. Maybe it was after the pandemic, but something happened where we stopped having sessions in person. Something happened where we began to rely too heavily on Zoom sessions and emailing beats and emailing songs. I believe that as AI advances, because it's not going anywhere and there's no off switch to stop it, we're going to need each other more so now than ever. Human beings are going to crave human error. Human beings are going to crave live experiences. It's just what makes us illogically human. The same human beings that are responsible for the Slinky and the pet rock, yes, that is a real thing.
And I think we get the gist of what he's saying. Take your ass outside. Is what he's essentially getting to. And I will say this too. I think since like artists have stopped being in the studios together and actually working with each other, you can tell, you can tell that the vibe is different. You can tell this man been recorded on a different day. This might have been recorded a year later. You know what I'm saying? They talking about different shit, right? So I will say that it just sounds better when you can tell that artists have been in a studio together actually working. And if you ever been in a studio, I don't know if anybody's ever been in a studio or whatever. I've been in a few, but like you literally will rewrite your bar after you hear somebody else's shit. You'll be like, yo, you'll get their energy. You'll hear what they spit, and you'll be like, oh shit, nah, let me erase this shit.
Right.
I gotta come better than this. Right. It's something about that in-person competition, particularly with hip-hop, that gets some of our best, I think, best music out of that. So I agree with that. But you're back. It's good to see you.
I'm back. I told you my internet's going crazy today, so I'm leaving it.
Smoke break.
Oh no. But yeah, if I get bounced again, I'll just use my phone. But yeah, trying to keep up with all the craziness.
I don't know how much that you got. I played the little video about we talk about AI and also being in the studio, the different energy you get and shit like that. So what are your thoughts on that, man? If you got any thoughts?
Oh man, well, I'm trying to catch up, and I didn't catch a lot of it, but yeah, I don't like AI. I definitely think being in the studio is a good thing, and just the real creative process and the human process. I mean, it's not gonna ever be replaced. I mean, they're trying, but it won't ever feel the same, right? It can't be replaced in that kind of way, in my opinion. So yeah, all this AI crap, we got to get it out of here. You could, I wish I was big enough to get these messages from Suno about offering me money so that I could post them up and show how I told them to fuck off. But they don't care about me yet, so that's where it's at. But
they gonna care about Joby. I see
trying to take your data.
I see.
They know there's no payola here, so they already know to stay away.
Nah,
yet. No payola yet. I'm gonna take payola. No, just bullshit. What do you think, Lee?
No, I one point that I really liked that Curtis said in that video was when he was like, these producers need to step from behind these faceless logos, which is true. A lot of times you don't even know what the producer of the song looked like. And I think, that's the easiest little door for AI to go through. Oh, all these faceless producers? Well, why not just add a bunch of AI versions? They're not going to know the difference. So yeah, go to that studio, put the face to the name, you know what I'm saying? And show that you're working, because like you said, like he said, like in the video, like humans are going to miss out on what AI is trying to replace. Maybe not now. It's like, oh, it's so convenient. But in a few years, not in a few years, the way AI advance is just like, it might even be sooner than later. People are going to be like, damn, you feel like you're just living within a wall. You know what I'm saying? And people, I don't want to go on a tangent there, but I'm like, it's just, y'all need to touch grass and you need to have human interaction, because the shit y'all post online is not okay. And things y'all do and the opinions y'all have is just too far reached. So that's my rant.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I agree. Take your all right. Yeah, and I definitely agree with that sentiment. Yo, touch the motherfucking grass, dog. And I will say too, it's like it's almost gonna be like a premium to get like real music. You know how like you can like go to a fucking grocery store and buy like a TV dinner or those pre-boxed dinners or whatever. You can eat that shit. It might taste good to you, whatever, but it ain't a fucking real meal, right? It's something about a steak and some motherfucking vegetables on the fucking side that's gonna hit different, right? So what may end up happening is you might have a premium where people actually, it'll be a premium to go see live music, to see somebody spit in public and stuff like that. Almost like you have this wave of people that think like getting like passport stamps is like the most coolest thing in the world or whatever to do, right? You're gonna see like it's gonna become the more trendy thing to do. Like, man, I went to a real fucking concert, saw a real rapper and a real musician perform, right? I think you're never gonna be able to take that away, and it's gonna be like that slop, that TV dinner, that box pre-TV dinner. That's gonna be for like the masses, right? The people who just don't care and want to hear. Because I mean, let's be honest, man. Can AI not duplicate Boss Man D-Lo? No disrespect to Boss Man D-Lo, but come on, like,
shit, I can do that shit right now.
Hell yeah, and I love that.
Oh man, shout out Family Starla out there. You back from the cruise? Did you get the tan in? Anything original is what we need.
Facts.
Definitely. Big old facts.
Yeah, shout out to Starla. Glad she's doing all right. Back to just real quick before we go on from the original, since I'm catching up, I caught up now.
Right.
The original thing is how prevalent is AI, right? And should more artists, producers be called out? Like, from my main thing that I've heard this year is on multiple West Side Gun projects that allegedly he's got at least one beat from one specific producer that keeps using AI that people seem to be noticing. And
Oh shit.
Like we gotta call more attention to that, right? As much as we love West Side Gun and what he does and everything, like we got to be bringing more attention to that, because I'm not even saying that he knows about it, right? I'm not saying that's on him particularly, but we got to get more eyes and ears if that's true. And I'm not the guy that's got the ear to figure that out. I'm just saying this sounds like every heels have eyes. I would find a message or a couple messages about X producer and using AI, and now they're really looking for it too, right? So yeah, we gotta seek it out and call it out and get that trash out of there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think
again, allegedly, I don't know.
Allegedly. I think the more we do things like what we're saying and calling it out and letting people know we don't like it, that's really what's gonna help. But to the other point, like Dee said, it's not going nowhere. It's just gonna be like, okay, this is that shit off the shelf. You know what I'm saying? Your canned goods. We over here with the fresh veggies. But I just think, like, we gotta keep calling out. That's why iHeart would make a decision like that. You know what I'm saying? Like almost every single company is trying to funnel money into AI. And hey, they might be using it for other purposes. Just saying our radio stations won't play music, but they might be funding that for other shit. You know what I'm saying? But I do think I'm happy to hear that at least the radio won't be like that. That might just be their hidden agenda to get people really listening to the radio again versus streaming. But
Yeah.
you know, who knows? I feel like it's definitely a thing of they saw that they would gain more money going this route, because it's like all these companies, Meta, freaking the open AI, like everyone's trying to make their own AI. Soon Amazon and all these other players in the space is just like, like chill out, you know what I'm saying? Like, but they must have seen the money in this motion right here. So hey, y'all better keep being loud about it.
Keep it up. Keep it up. Don't let people tell you to, shut up and don't, you can't do anything about. I really hate that like line too. Is like, oh, well, it's gonna happen anyway. Ho hum. It's such a defeatist attitude. We've seen like people being loud actually getting lots of changes in the world, right? Call out bullshit, yo. I mean, choose your battle sometimes. That's part of being an adult, of course, but call out bullshit. Say things that's unacceptable, call people on their fucking shit. Have some integrity about yourself, because it will pay off in the long run. I say even in my own personal life, I've went against the grain plenty of times. I'm like a habitual line stepper, to be honest with you. And honestly, it has, benefited in the long run. You may lose something. You may lose a couple dollars. You may, that job you're trying to get, they see you said some crazy shit on social media. And I guarantee a better opportunity will come back for you. You know what I'm saying? So if you stand on your principles, I think that, the universe has a way of evening out shit. Not to get in my spiritual bag on this motherfucker, but, stand on your guns, man. Stand on your square. Be principled about yourself. And I think this is one of the things where it benefits people to be principled. You feel me? Don't let AI take over art. That's insane. But I also think that it's just a trendy thing, too. Don't you remember like that VR shit a few years ago when everybody was like, oh, they're going to have Biggie concerts on fucking Meta and you're going to put the fucking glasses on. Ain't nobody go to that shit. That shit's so weird. So I think this may be like companies investing, thinking the shit really gonna take off. And it may, but I think AI will be more of a tool than like just taking over shit. You feel me? It'll be something you use to help you, not like taking over everybody's job and putting everybody out of work and shit like that. I don't think that's gonna happen. But maybe I'm an optimist. Who the fuck knows, right? Teddy Swims, man. Last thing on this. Teddy Swims say use AI, bro. Teddy, what you doing? Do y'all think R&B may be actually easier for AI to duplicate than hip hop? What genre do y'all think? Kind of a segue, kind of just out of my curiosity. What genre would y'all say y'all think it would be easiest for AI to replicate?
I feel like that's why they chose that lane right now of R&B, between that other artist that kind of is like biting off of Victoria Monet as far with the name and everything. The Teddy Swims thing, when I saw this, I was like, damn, like he wasn't, like, I've heard some of his music and it wasn't bad at all. So I'm just like, is this the new route too? I've seen some people kind of say like, hey, I feel like they're putting these artists in positions, when I say they're the labels, to say, hey, no, this is good. Like they're on the AI press run right now, saying, because some of them already invested so much damn money into it. It's like, you can't take it back now. I'm talking like billions, probably, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of money. And they're like, wait, hold on. This is not the wave. No, we need to get people out here speaking. So I feel like I won't be surprised if we see more people kind of take this kind of stance. And there's people that stand up in the industry and there's people that don't. They do whatever the labels tell them to. So we're going to see who follows that route.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
I think AI should just be making electronic music.
Yeah. Honestly, would they even care?
Electronic music.
I don't know, bro. EDM.
The DJ's gonna be mad. The DJ's gonna be mad. Like, what you mean I can't insert my bass drop in my blend and feel the energy of the crowd? But the people in the crowd that's off zooted out their mind, they're not gonna care.
You don't care.
Yeah, their eyes are closed half the time, or even if they're open, they ain't seeing straight. So
yeah, that sounds fun.
Okay, no ideas, bro. You still got a podcast to finish.
Yeah. Let's hope the internet doesn't go out again.
Speaking of podcasters, this interview went left fast. Has the rise of podcasts given us some of the worst interviewers ever? Is actually being able to interview somebody a skill that people kind of sleep on and play this LaRussell.
Favorite sex position?
Oh my God.
Don't get shy on me now, LaRussell.
I just feel like there's more fruitful questions that could be asked to me.
Dang.
When you have somebody of a certain like intellect and knowledge and achievement, it's like you could really get game and ask them how they like to fuck. Is just like, it's a waste of a question.
Sometimes I really just be wanting to know motherfuckers' favorite position.
Why though? Or am I gonna say it and you like fuck me like that right now?
No,
exactly.
No, I think
if I went to your house and met your parents and I'm talking to your dad and I'm like, hey, what's your favorite sex position? You'd be like, what's up with you, right?
Yeah,
I'm no different. It's like, why?
Someone get my back on this.
No, they don't have your back. They're like, nigga, we feel the same way.
Okay.
They don't want to know my favorite sex position. When the last time you sucked dick? That's like shit. Like, you feel me? It's like, why?
This is a terrible segue, but what do you want your legacy to be? I know.
You're here live with LaRussell from the Yay area. Thank you for tuning in to Shirley's Temple, where we talk about sex, and more sex. And we ask innovative artists what they like about sex and how much sex they can have and just sexing it up. You know, if you want to know about some sex, come on down to Shirley's Temple, where we're fucking in that temple. That's the only temple you can walk into and we fucking. It's the sex in there. Shirley's Sex Temple. Come on down to Shirley's Sex Temple.
I know he was being a little tongue cheek at the end, you know what I'm saying? But man, I ain't see the whole interview, so I'm not gonna go too left field with it. But bro, what the fuck was that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do y'all think, man? Is it too many people with podcast mics these days? How did she even get that? I seen her page and shit. She doesn't have a big following, so it's kind of interesting she got the LaRussell. I know he like fucks with regular people and shit, but that's kind of crazy she got that interview. But what do y'all think what we just witnessed there?
Yeah, that was terrible. I mean, yeah, that was a terrible question. I don't know that show, to be fair, right? It's like, is that how that show is? And maybe LaRussell shouldn't have went on it if he wasn't into
Well, they got Velvet and shit. Is that Velvet?
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's like, I'm trying not to like overly judge, right? But like, yeah, it's either
I'm looking through her page.
somebody
right
made
now.
the wrong choice, whether it's her or him. But
Nah, I literally instantly went to her YouTube. I'm like, is that even the vibe of your show? Like her description, I don't know when's the last time she updated it, but apparently it's supposed to be a focus on mental health after she struggled with her addiction and mental illness. Now, she did interview Trippie Redd, but the conversation seemed to have been about his project. I don't know if this is like, yo, I'm gonna ask you some crazy question in the beginning and that's what it is, but then another episode 11 days ago is like, yo, Nale talks about losing his father and going Muslim. So I'm like, how do you go from there to this? You know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah, no, for sure.
And as far as like the question about like, yo, is like interviewing like a, you know, like a kind of like this lost art. I do think people kind of think that, yo, anyone could just hop on and interview anyone, you know what I'm saying? And like just put whatever out there. Like that's why I personally, I take my time with that. Like, you know, I'm not gonna like, you know, try to put something out there that's just like, oh, for the sake of just getting this one, just adding a number to it. You know what I'm saying? So at least in my experience when I've done it, it's just like, hey, I'm looking through your music to really see what questions I can ask that will help, you know, either people that haven't heard about you resonate with you, or your fans get a different picture of who you are. You know, I feel like some people are just like, yo, I got a podcast, I got a mic, I'm gonna just go on there and say whatever. And like, yeah, I be talking shit, we be talking shit, but like, I feel like we are intentional. Maybe I'm tooting our own horn too much, but like, you know, I feel like when you decide to say I'm going to do an interview, you have to be even more intentional with the questions you ask, like shit like that. Like, first of all, even if that is the vibe of your show, like that first question, and he happens to take it the wrong way, you gotta have a segue. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know you wilding off rip. You know, maybe that was a question you asked him after you warmed up a bit. I don't know.
That gotta be something you naturally lead into, right?
Yeah, you know, like maybe ask him that often. I don't even like what he said. Like, if I said this, would we go do this right now? Like, you know, and then if roles reverse, it's like if he was the guy asking a woman a question like that, like, the internet would be like, what is wrong with Larissa? So I do think he had some points made there. Like, why you what? Shake my hand, offer me dinner first, take me on a date. God damn.
Yeah, definitely. I think you had some great points there. Yeah. And toot the horn, shit, man. It takes hours. Like, you can't just like, first and foremost, I don't know how much research you did. Like I said, I didn't see this whole interview, so I'm not gonna harp on that too much, but you gotta do some research on some people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to see how many projects they had, where they from, maybe their family situation. Hell, maybe even send some questions before they even accept the interview, you know, that you can kind of prep yourself on. There is work to it, and I think you are correct that people think they can just put a mic in front. And you know, I love women, right? Women are my favorite. A woman birthed me, right? But I think a lot of women, if you get a cute girl, they think they can just hop up there sometimes and just say some shit, and that it'll fly, you know. And that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still have to do your research on everything. You still have to do everything. You know, I think people watch some of them Bobby Altoff interviews or some shit and think they can just fucking, you know, and the world don't work like that. You feel me? So, and I've probably done about 30 fucking interviews at this point. And like, a lot of times, like, the beginning is rough. The first few will be rough. So maybe she's just starting off. Maybe you're just not getting into the game. Okay, take your lumps, right? But you might
4 years ago she was with Trippie Redd. That's when she probably should have asked.
Oh yeah, 4 years ago.
That
question.
Yeah.
Then get up.
I'm being hard on her.
But yeah, you got to be prepared. This is a skill like anything else, man. You got to learn how to talk to people. Take a fucking speech class. You know how many people can't fucking talk? Go to Toastmasters, though. Learn how to talk first, and then you can actually, because it sounded like she was kind of like, you know, like, learn how to enunciate your words. Learn how to fucking, it's a skill to this shit, yo. And I think it's like unheralded, the way like great interviewers, you know, conduct interviews, and you don't even notice. You know what I'm saying? You know how many people I know like talk over the fucking person they're interviewing, like trying to one up them. I see so many. I was watching the Gucci Mane joint, and the dude was just like, interrupting the story. Like, he in the middle of a good ass story. You're like, damn, where this going? Yeah, I know what you're saying, because, bro, shut the fuck up. James from fucking so-and-so podcast, we're trying to listen to Gucci's story, bro. You know, so it is a lot of nuance that I think people don't take into account when they're doing these interviews and stuff that you got to take, you know, work on. You feel me? So it's my 2 cents.
Yeah, no, it's a skill, and it's an underrated one that I feel like too many people blow off a little bit, and too many other people think they can do when they can't, to be honest. You know, I've had the chance. I could interview plenty of people that I think would want to talk to me, but I don't know if I would. I'm not confident I would be a good interviewer. So there's no reason to waste their time and waste my time until I feel like I'm ready. Like, you know, and I think maybe more people need to have that barrier that they got to build up to jumping over.
Oh, yeah, definitely be realistic, yo. That's why you know, it's good to start off with maybe like, you know, independent artists and stuff like that or whatever. That's what I'm saying. It's like you jumping 4 years ago, you're interviewing Trippie Redd. Trippie Redd was pretty good, pretty big artist 4 years ago. You feel me?
Yeah, no, for sure. We can't hear you, Lee.
That was his peak, his prime. I would say 4 years ago.
Yeah, if you want to say that,
somebody might come here and throw something at me. How dare you? But like, nah, she wilded out for that one. Like, damn, like, and then not only research his music, research his personality, look at past interviews, see what type of guy he is. Like he said, you can't ask that type of question to like an intellectual guy like me. Like, she probably don't know his vibe, like, you know, or shit. Who knows if she even knows his music? I didn't watch it, so I can't speak.
He's a pretty wholesome guy, so yeah, it's definitely not a question that I would think to ask him.
Yes, he does a lot of stuff with kids, man. Like he does the backyard, those freestyle joints. He let the kids rap and shit.
He's
He does
like a community guy.
Yeah, it's like it's so much shit you probably could talk, and he might not want to put that image out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, Russell, what kind of sex position, what kind of freaky deaky shit are you into? And you got to go to a fucking, kids party tomorrow to rap. You feel me? Like maybe he doesn't want to put that image out there. So yeah, I agree. Get better. At the end of the day, work on your craft, please. If you're gonna do this, take it serious. Work on your craft, yo. Let's take one more, and then we'll probably get up out of here. Get into our sleeper hit picks. Is reading fundamental? Jewels, the homie Jewels.
It's also on the internet, and I even posted that Joel Santana said on a podcast, kids need to learn how to start businesses. They don't need to learn how to read. And as a practice, I generally try to look for the video. Here it is.
I start teaching our kids though, just financial wealth and literacy and all that.
I just want to stop real quick right here and say, if you mispronounce the word literacy and while making this argument, it hurts your credibility. That claim that reading is not as important as businesses is severely damaged if you can't say literacy correctly while making that claim.
That shit early, because by the time they get to 9th grade, they should be just learning how to start businesses and how to. But they don't really need to know how to read.
Wait, stop.
I ain't gonna say that. I say that respectfully. I'm not saying that in a way to be literate, because you're not supposed to be illiterate, but you can.
What's more important, reading or math?
Math.
Told you.
Math. I think you could listen to a book on YouTube. You can still obtain the information. You don't have to know how to read. That's not reading.
Oh my God! Did he just double down on you don't need to know how to read? Jewels, what are you doing, brother? But we get the gist of the interview. So much to unpack here.
Holy cow.
So much to unpack. What do y'all think about it? Is reading really needed? MC said that shit, yo. A fucking person who gets paid to rhyme words just said reading is not that. You can audiobooks. You can just get it from audiobooks.
Joel's don't even have all the teeth in his fucking mouth. Like, listen to this dude. For fuck's sake. If he didn't have a Dipset chain on and you saw this dude on the street telling you not to read, you had to tell him to get the fuck out of my face. Are you kidding?
Exactly. No, I'm not even gonna lie.
No, I don't have $2 for you.
Exactly.
Like, to be honest with you, no.
Nah, when I heard him speak, I'm like, bro, what's going on with you? Because if you doing them things, you need to stop doing them things. That got
if you back on that shit, Jewels, because you sound like you may be back on that shit.
He sound a little.
I'm saying.
No, I don't know. Like exactly like we said. I'd probably be like, who are you? Like talking to me, like please. Yeah. And you talk about like don't be illiterate, but yeah, audiobooks. Like, how are you gonna learn how to start a business and you can't read the laws about? That's how your ass gonna end up in jail. Don't follow him because he's telling you
straight up. I'm worried about the guy next to him that said, like, see, I told you math is better.
Clapping in the back.
Like, yo, what are you on, bro? Like, you guys are both.
So can y'all do word problems? Y'all know math comes in the form of fucking word problems, right? Like the train is going 65 miles per hour. I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't know what any of that says.
You can't really without learning either skill, y'all. So don't listen to this motherfucker. This is one of the OGs that needed to just stop speaking and rapping, because what the fuck is he talking about? Like, I just God. Like, please, you not representing that well. Like, I don't want anybody to think you from fucking Harlem. Shit, I'm not even from there. I'm like, ugh.
I was gonna say,
maybe if you had read your contracts a little bit better, you wouldn't be in the position. Exactly.
Like,
That was rough. There's nothing you can do to like justify that. Charlamagne went on like an 8-minute rant on Donkey of the Day. I had it up here. I didn't play it, but man, like 8-minute rant, yo. He's a big on. I give Charlamagne his props. I got my issues with some of the stuff he does, a lot of stuff he does, to be honest with you. But he has been an advocate of reading. He done published a book. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely one that pushes that, and he is totally correct on that, yo. Like, you know, you like look at the history too. As a black man to say that, it's like, do you know what they did to slaves that could read? Like,
do you know this is a privilege? Like,
and also
exercise your right to read.
All it takes is for him to tell a kid that's not cool, and they'll stop. I mean, when I was a kid, getting sent off to the rec center every day or whatever for the summer to get watched. It's like I was sitting there reading, drawing comics, doing shit like that. And one day someone came up and was like, put all that shit down and like go play kickball with the other kids. And guess what? I went play kickball. I never went back. I never looked back. I was loving that shit. But yeah, it's like,
bro,
it's super detrimental to my reading life going forward. You know, I'm better now, but like, yeah, that put me
We
on
would
reading
never
for
know
a
with
while.
the reviews. Them reviews, we'd never know.
Think how much better they would be, though.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy? My first thought was like, yo, does this motherfucker have kids? And I went to search up. He got 3 kids.
Oh yeah.
So he's over here talking about not reading. Is that what you telling your kids not to do?
But you know, during his rant, Charlamagne made I think it might be actually envy after the fact that, you know, he's probably got burnt by so many contracts, like I was saying earlier, probably not reading your contract and stuff that he thinks like, oh, as long as you can run a business, you know, as long as you got your business together. But it's like those people tricked you because they probably could read better than you, right? That's why the lawyers, the fancy lawyers that trick you out of your money and stuff, they get paid the money they get paid. A lot of execs, a lot of big time execs are like past the bar. You feel me? Because they can manipulate words. They can put in fine prints. They can put in those underwriting things that you may not notice, right? To get you. So I say the most important thing to do is know how to read, right? Hell, you're better off with a fucking calculator. You can always have a fucking hire an accountant to go through numbers for you, right? You can always have a financial advisor and things like that. If you read, can't nobody really fucking trick you. If you have a college level understanding of reading and you can comprehend, can't nobody really fucking fool you, bro. All you gotta do is go through any contract you got, any fine print, and you can be like, yo, nah, what the fuck is this? What does line 3 say right here? Like, nah, bro, I ain't going for that. So I would say the opposite, though. The most important thing you can do is fucking read. You know what I'm saying? Seeing all these people argue on the internet about have you seen that stat about like the headlines? Like most people, like 90% of people don't even read the article anymore. They just kind of skim the headline. So now all the headlines are like clickbaity these days to get you to argue and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
I believe it.
That's how it feels, yeah.
Yeah, I've thought about doing it myself on the website. Let's make this real clickbaity. This fucking album, worst album of all time. Then you go in, just playing. It's pretty good.
Yo, I almost made my profile picture a Wale album cover recently. So, you know, I get what you're saying.
All right, Elliot Wilson over here.
Nah, never. I'm just kidding.
Man. So and it was dangerously close to getting the Crash Dummy, Joel. I think I should have switched it, to be honest with you.
He deserved it. He number 2.
Yeah, it was bad. This was just like a group one, and I love it. So thank you.
They all deserve it for encouraging that nonsense.
We should have a cold Crash Dummy this week. But yeah, man. So let's get ready to get up out of here. I got some flight to catch in the morning. So sleeper picks. What do we got? Y'all have any songs that y'all need to let the world know about?
Yeah, I got a song for you. I'm getting it up right now. Hold on.
Let me
just
pull
a little
up
behind. All right. So today's the Spotify Wrapped dropped, right? And my number 1 artist was Danielson, the Toronto, Canada MC, one of the top guys in the underground, in my opinion. Works with Future Wave a lot, one of the top underground producers, in my opinion. He just had a new project come out with this guy, Body Bag Ben, and the song Brown Body Bags is really good, and that's my song for the week. They got an album together that Body Bag Ben produced, and they're both rapping on it, and just dropped last Friday.
Okay.
Canada. The real Canada rap right there.
Canadian.
Straight up.
All right. What about Lee? You got anything you been vibing on?
Yeah, so actually someone had put me on. Forgive me if y'all know if I'm late. Anybody listening, don't come for me. All right, I'll be honest and say I never heard of this person before. Actually, somebody had put me on the Shooter Gang Coney and his recent project Ops Can't Have Fun. So apparently I've been sleeping on it. So I was like, let me go check it out. He's from like the West Coast area, so I'm like, all right, let me see. I believe he's from the Bay specifically. But yeah, I've been checking him out. Oh yeah, Oak Park, and seeing what's up with his latest project that he dropped.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't been really listening to any new like underground people, man. I've had that new little Kenny Mason EP, and it's like 3 songs, not really a fucking EP. It's 7 minutes, but it's pretty decent, man. So make sure y'all check that out, man. That Pup Pack. I had that kind of in rotation as one of my driving to work commute song. You know what I mean? Pleasures there. But so check that out. And I think that's all we got. We got some reviews coming up, dropping this week. So we're going to keep up on that. So the last minute of the episode, of course, I always hand it over to y'all, man. So y'all can get y'all promotion on anything y'all got going on. We have a big panel of talented people, you know, behind the scenes working. So I'm always honored to let y'all promote y'all shit, let y'all know what's going on. So let the people know, all 147. I'm glad y'all came this week. Y'all been slacking, goddammit. But Lee, what you got?
So, you know, like I said, I've been focusing on, you know, recapping this year. It's been you know, year one for me, at least with the pod that I'm working on. But you know, I've been passionate about this for a couple years now, so just excited to have something like going for myself, and then being part of this crew. You know, making some progress here. I actually got to find when my first date was, so I could like pin that on the calendar too. But I'm sure, you know, I'll be making a year next year, so I'll be waiting for y'all to shout me out then. All right.
We got
Other than that, just, you know, always looking for new music to listen to and review. You know, been adding one of the artists that y'all was talking about earlier. I don't really listen to De La Soul, so I was like, let me go check out what this album of the year might be. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, more to come soon.
Okay, look forward to that, yo. Yeah, ho! Gotta get a yeah, ho, bro. Got to. Obi, what you working on?
Oh man, all sorts of stuff. You know, I post a lot on Instagram, right? Not everything makes it to my Twitter. Sometimes when I just be talking shit. So on both, anywhere, wherever you just follow me everywhere, first of all. But then I've been doing like I had the Rising Stars series. Now I'm dropping the top performances I saw this year. I saw 15 people. So I'm counting that down every day. And then, yeah, soon enough, it'll be the yearly awards. This will be my second year of awards, even though I'm only a year in. But that's kind of how I cracked things off last year. So yeah, we're getting closer, and just a lot of content coming out. Reviews still coming out. Did a run of singles for a bunch of people that had been kind of asking me to check singles out and do reviews, and I was saying no. It's kind of a pain sometimes, and did that for them. So, you know, not for them, like, you know, still a real opinions, but I'm just saying, giving them my real opinion. And yeah, shout out to all the whole crew and all the stuff they do. We got a whole crew of people doing a bunch of stuff on their own time and for the website, you know, and visit the website. So we got things popping off, and just follow us everywhere. And man, we're just buzzing. We're buzzing all the time.
We working, cause you know it's interesting. Singles seem like it's harder to review than it is fucking albums. I've done a few single reviews. I'm like, shit, I gotta make 150, 300 words out of this fucking shit.
That's
So,
what I mean.
yeah.
People think it's like easier, and I get why, but really it involves me listening to the same song 10, 15 times more. Right.
It's like,
and yeah,
am
you
I
gotta
giving my real opinion at this point? Like,
yeah, you gotta. I don't want to say you like fill it, because really I actually make them shorter anyways, just to like not force it. But yeah, it's like about the same amount of work goes into something that promotes one song. It's easier to listen to a whole album multiple times than to listen to one song the same amount of that times, but just the one song nonstop.
Oh, I'm not running the song 30 times, dog. 3 times the most. Sometimes one run you can be like, this song is fucking trash. So it just
That's fair. No.
Like,
You
that's all
know
I
me,
do.
I be running them up. I try to give everybody enough runs. But yeah,
trash is trash, brother. But I feel you,
that's
man. We
true.
appreciate you, Obi, man. Always providing that great perspective, man. Always being honest with your opinion. Take your and of course, I've been doing the same old thing, man. Sitting up at night, posting y'all fucking reviews, trying to write my own every once in a while. Sending emails out, trying to get more interviews. Of course, that's one thing. 2026, we're going to get a lot more interviews up for you guys. I think that's watching these clips. I think it's needed. I think it's fucking needed in the world to get some decent interviews. So that's one thing is going to be one of our big focuses next year. We may have some awards. Well, actually, we're going to have some awards coming. We're going to do an end of year wrap up probably January. The yearly awards. We're going to figure out a format for that. So be on the lookout for that. I got to figure out how I want to produce that. How I want it to look. So we're going to brainstorm on that, but it's definitely going to be dope because we always do dope shit around here. And basically, shout out to all the crew, whether you're here or not. We appreciate everybody working behind the scenes to provide a quality product to all the hip hop heads, the hip hop family, the culture, as we call it. We definitely do this for you because we ain't getting paid yet. So we doing this for y'all. So that's all I got, man. Appreciate all 100. Come on, 149. One more, baby. Share this motherfucker. One more. We appreciate all 149 of y'all tuning in. Listen to us yap about the great culture that we all are part of and we all admire. And that's all I got, man. So on behalf of everybody here, on behalf of the crew, I'm going to say peace.